Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? So while the Pokemon anime is about to hit the biggest fight of the series with Ash facing off against Gladion in the grand finale of the Alola Pokemon League, rumors of the next Pokemon anime has already started getting heat because they actually released a trailer to the next Pokemon anime that is going to feature Sword and Shield's Galar region. In fact, people were so excited about a new Pokemon anime that it gained over 3.7 million views in just a few days. It's almost as if people are excited to finally see Pokemon Sun and Moon end. And with this news came speculation that Ash wasn't going to be a part of the Pokemon adventures moving forward and thus retiring his Pokemon adventures after the end of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Could this be true? Will Ash finally win the Pokemon League in the Alola region and finally call it quits? And if that will be the case, would you rather him lose and continue his journeys to the next area? Or do you want to see an entirely new take on the Pokemon anime after all these years? But first, let's take a look at just exactly what was shown to us. The first thing I've noticed after watching the trailer was the fact that the title of the series was now just Pocket Monsters. No title after it, no Pocket Monsters, Sword and Shield, so when it heads over to the west, it's gonna be called just Pokemon. On the title alone, you can already tell they're definitely trying for something new here, almost as if they're going to reset the series, as this was the same title they used when the anime first started way back in 1997. This was the first clue to why people started suspecting maybe Ash wasn't going to come back as the main character, because why else would they need to restart the series if they were just going to keep all the characters the same? Even if Ash was going to come back, they were definitely going to be making big changes to the formula, because it was also confirmed that this new Pokemon anime will not just be set in the new Galar region that is exclusive to Pokemon Sword and Shield. All the previous regions and Pokemon from those previous regions will also be coming back in this anime. In the trailer, they showed us all the starters throughout each generation to illustrate the point of bringing back old favorites, so I think the way they would do it this time around would be having a select group of Pokemon that they would feature in the series rather than trying to explore whole new regions of all new Pokemon. This is probably the direction they're going with the new games as well, having less new Pokemon and more older Pokemon coming back into the available pool. This means the formula they've been using since the very beginning of the Pokemon series will finally be changing, which might also be a sign of what's to come in the upcoming Pokemon games. Maybe more access to previous regions and previous regional Pokemon, but we're not here to get triggered about the lack of Pokemon diversity in the upcoming Pokemon games, so let's move on. The Pokemon movie franchises got a reboot after 20 years with the event of the Pokemon movie I Choose You that came out in 2017, with the majority of the criticism directed at the fact that it's so different. But as a reboot, what are you to expect? Everything and everyone to stay the same as they were? After that movie, we got another alternate timeline Pokemon movie in 2018, and a Mewtwo Strikes Back 3D remake in 2019. All of which included Ash and Pikachu. While diverging completely from the original formula they followed for the previous 20 years with Pokemon movies. So they obviously wanted to make changes to the Pokemon series, and this time the anime is what they're aiming to change next. But the good news is, or the bad news for some of you, it's very unlikely they're going to remove Ash from the picture as the main character. Whether they decide to reboot the entire world and the rest of the characters like they did in I Choose You and The Power of Us, or if they decide to just remake the entire series with all of the new advancements in animation, the fact is that they never removed Ash from the equation when they tested it with the Pokemon movies for the last 3 years. So with that in mind, for such a conservative franchise, I really don't think they will be retiring Ash as a character, but they may choose to retire the Ash that we've all grown to know and love since the very beginning. The Ash that loses in every Pokemon League he's ever entered, the Ash that forgets how to battle at the beginning of every new Pokemon series, and the Ash that is forever young. Because I seriously believe that he's gonna win the Alola League with everything they've shown us thus far, which I've talked about in a previous video, and Ash has actually survived to the finals at this point. And against Gladion, we are only maybe 1 or 2 episodes away from possibly Ash winning his first ever championship to give closure to his 20-year-old character. To finally see him achieve his dreams may be one of the best things to see as a Pokemon fan, but also kinda sad to see this journey end. But on the flip side, they're kind of overdue for a serious reboot to the series that haven't really changed since it started. So it's nice to know that every time they've attempted to change the series, they've kept Ash and Pikachu in every single attempt. They may not be the same Ash and Pikachu, but the familiar faces are there, and I for one wouldn't mind that at all. We are about a few weeks from the official reveal on September 29th, so mark your calendars. But what are your thoughts? Do you want to see Ash and Pikachu completely gone out of the new Pokemon anime? Do you want to see them come back as champions, maybe older? Do you want to see them come back but as completely new characters? Or do you want to just see nothing change? As usual, let me know down in the comments below. Thumbs up the video, subscribe for more What's Up in Japan, and I'll see you guys in the next one.